Hi YouTubers, this is another video from your friendly neighborhood reviewer, Evelyn. Today we're going to review the finale episode of the Korean fantasy/drama series Moving. It's been 20 episodes. It's been a long time for me personally, in the last year or so, that Korea has developed a series up to 20 episodes. On regular we got 18, and then the norm became 16 episodes, and recently 12 episodes with the Killing Vote. Now you let me know if you want me to share my opinions about the series Killing Vote. I also like that series. So episode 20, we get a lot of answers questions from 18 to 20, most notably about what the hell happened to Kim Do-sik, the father of Lee Bong-suk. We find out after he was captured by his old agency of the NIS, by most notably of Min Young-jun. He said he was given a task to go back to North Korea and I assume assassinate the leader at the time, because we had another flashback that Kim Do-sik originally went to North Korea to assassinate the father of Kim Jong-un, with my understanding, but he didn't. He went and not fatally killed the guards within the palace, parliament, whatever place, and he left. And the other guy that was the head of the army, of the military of Kim Do-kyun, he left him alive. Now, after he got captured, when they found him, and when he told his wife to go with Kim Bong-suk, I want to say Min Young-jun, he told them, you can't stay in the run forever, so just do one last mission, go back to North Korea and kill, I didn't understand, maybe kill Kim Jong-un and whoever's at that time period being the supreme leader of North Korea. So he does, but the fatal mistake that Kim Do-sik makes, since we understand it's been, I don't know, 5-6 years since he was an agent, we can see how rusty he was captured and they put him inside a cave. Now next to this cave was another gifted person that has the power of, let's say, shockwaves. If you see in the Incredible Hulk, when the Hulk does these like power slams and he's able to use the sound waves to destroy things, this little boy was gifted. But however, he went with his dad and his mom to escape to South Korea for him not to be experimented on, but they went and killed the mom, captured the dad, and put him and the boy in the cave. And before the dad died, we assume he told his young son, don't tell the North Koreans that you're gifted. So this little boy grows up to being already, let's say, in his early 40s, and he gets to be coerced to go to the school with this other general guy from the North Korean people to go and kill Kim Bong-suk, Hae-soo, everybody within the high school. And at the same time in episode 20, we see that Kim Do-sik was in his cellmate, essentially. Now, the thing that we find out is that Kim Do-sik does get released on episode 20, from which I believe was the other guy that gained the power of flight. The other sick thing about this is what this series is kind of inferring to us, that people that were the real victims here was not the North Koreans. It was the people in charge, even the South Koreans, the people in charge were manipulating and controlling the gifted to go and complete missions for their own benefit, and for South Korea. And the same thing for the North Koreans. They had their own gifted people, but they forced them to accelerate their powers by, for example, there was a scene in which they had 6 people and they told them, if you could survive falling off the cliff, you can be part of this elite team. And 2 people survived. This guy with extraordinary strength, which I cannot remember his name. He had similar powers of Hae-soo's dad, of Jang Ju-won. He ended up surviving, and with this other guy that had the power of flight. So the guy who had the power of flight, similar to Kim Bong-suk, his hand gets obliterated by the bus driver of John Gae-do, who had the electricity powers. The funny bit which made me laugh so much, he's a bus driver, but in the span of this series 3 times he ends up destroying the bus, and I don't understand how they're allowing him to keep his job. But anyway, that's besides the point. He doesn't end up helping. So ultimately, the head of the North Korean group, Kim Dong-yeon, he was the general whatever, but we can see that you could see that his conscience was battling him. He saw all the innocent people working under the regime dying. He didn't want that, but what other options did he have? you've been brainwashed or forced by birth to follow a certain regime, but your conscience is telling you that this is not right. So ultimately, he ends up giving up in a sense. He ends up allowing himself to be thrown off the building by Kim Bong-suk's mom, and also Kim Bong-suk fighting the other guy that could fly. So that was his end. And the end of episode 20, Kim Bong-suk and his mother of Lee Mi-hyun, they go and relocate to a different part of Korea. They open up a new restaurant, and Lee Mi-hyun, as always, whoever's seen the series, paints the rooftop purple because she knows that Kim Do-sik knows that that's her favorite color. And at the same time, Jang Jung-won, he survives the fight. Now this is the big question. He ends up getting shot in his eye. He takes the bullet out, but the bullet was in his eyeball. Now from episode 20, there was some inferences or implications for a season 2, because there's many questions left unsaid, and also the part which I'm going to reveal, which I'll say in a bit. But first, Jang Ji-won, he goes around with an eye patch. This is the graduation and everything. And of course the NIS, the guard of the NIS, well, the guard of the school was part of the NIS, so he stops the conventional police from investigating what the hell is going on, because the high school by the end of episode 20 is completely destroyed by the powered people. So I was like thinking, how in the world the police, the army are not investigating, because it looks like an attack, a terrorist attack, but that gets swept under the carpet by the NIS, the deep state of Korea, let's say. And Kim Bong-suk, we understand that he graduates, but he doesn't appear. But Jang Hae-soo, like, what a lovely little actress. One thing that my sister did say when watching this, that she hopes for season 2, that the actress or Go Yoon-jung, she gets more exposure time for season 2. So she's there with her dad, and she's reminiscing about times, but Kim Bong-suk's not there. And then we see by the end of episode 20, Kim Bong-suk happens to master his powers, and he's there helping his mother. And then at the last shot, we see that his dad, Kim Do-sik, finds his wife and his grown son, and they have a joyous reunion. But there was no dialogue. For season 2, I hope we see like how Kim Do-sik reconciles with the fact that he missed the majority of his son's life. And there's the other part that Kim Do-sik, after being told by the other guy that also flies, that has now no hand, saying that his own people of the NIS of Min Yoon-jun was trying to coerce and train all the gifted young people and manipulate them. And Kim Do-sik returns back and he goes and kills Min Yoon-jung. By all means, he did deserve that. Min Yoon-jung says Kim Do-sik to North Korea and doesn't bother to save him. So it was justified by all means. And there's also the other part. Let's remember Frank, the indestructible guy also. He's alive, and he makes an appearance again in Korea, South Korea. And this notorious CII guy, he ends up reappearing, and we get flashbacks of other gifted Korean children that the deep state of America was cultivating. And then we see another codename of Elias. So that could be for season 2. So that's the general gist of the finale. My thoughts, the finale was great. One thing that was a bit disconcerting at times was all this subtext. We got a lot of flashbacks for every single person. Now, people can take this, it's like they're dragging out the story too long, not letting the other actors have more screen time. But I have to admit, they kind of make us all feel sorry for every single person. And we understood that the people at fault are not the people working under the government, it's the government states and their own greed for being the most powerful country. So that's all the series so far. You guys let me know what you thought. Put your comments down below. And to any new viewers, I really appreciate we can hit the subscribe button. Leave your comments down below. What else you want me to review? And I really appreciate we can hit the subscribe button. As I leave you always, stay safe.